Hey guys, it's Stephen and it's time for another Mac app review. Today is a game review and it's called Osmos. Osmos is a game that I first found on the iPad. It's a very relaxed game, very chilled out game, very simple. It's a nice way to chill out after you've had a hard day at work, and I just thought I'd demonstrate it quickly for you now. So let's jump straight in. As you can tell, the music in the background is very chilled out and yeah, quite calming to listen to. Basically, it's based on physics, as Sir Isaac Newton has discussed then. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction, and that's what the game is based on. So, this is you, your blue sphere, and what this demonstration wants you to do is get it into the circle. It's very good at explaining it for me, actually. Right, so what you have to do is you have to push the planet or sphere forward, and that's used by propelling yourself forward, and you do that by ejecting mass backwards, if that makes sense. So if I click behind it with the mouse, you can see that I've ejected some mass and I start moving slowly forward. So if you do it more, the faster you go. When that bounces back into the planet, you will reabsorb it, and that's the idea. You want to stay as large as possible, and that will become apparent later on. So obviously, to slow myself down, you just do it in the opposite direction, and again you've ejected some mass, and hopefully that will come back and get reabsorbed, but I'm going to win the level before that time anyway. There you go. And as you can see, instead of just clicking, you can hold the mouse button down, but it's not a very good way to play the game, and you'll see why later on. Right, you'll see now that there's this red mass, orb, sphere, whatever you want to call it, up here, which is my goal, that I need to absorb it into my mass, but I can't because it's bigger than I am, so it would absorb me if I went into it. So I need to absorb these two first because they're smaller, and those in turn will make me larger, and then I can absorb the red one, which will actually start changing colour as I can start to absorb it. So you'll see now that it's only a little bit red in the middle, but this one will also absorb any of my mass ejection. So if they go into, that's the path of that one, it will absorb it. So as you can see now here, they're now reabsorbing back into my mass, so I'm becoming larger again. I'll just absorb that one too. So now this one up here is now fully available for me to absorb. And there you go, it's that simple, and we'll just let those reabsorb into me as well. That one probably won't, but there we go. So again, the goal for some of the levels is to become the biggest. There are other levels that will have different goals and tasks, but the majority of them are become the biggest. So as you can see on this one, you're now in sort of a galaxy or a universe of orbs and planets, or whatever you want to call them, and you have to go around, and the goal is to become the biggest one out of all this lot. So you can see the red ones I can't absorb yet, but the lighter blue purpley ones, yeah. So you have to go around avoiding the red ones as much as possible, and then eventually they'll become available for you to absorb. Let me show you what happens if you do go into a red one. Try and do it without killing myself, but you'll see that it sucks my mass, so that one's got bigger and I've now got smaller. And you can see that they're all expanding and absorbing each other as well, and the harder the levels get, the more easier that happens. So I need to just make myself a little bit bigger now. So you can see here now these two are coming too close together. So ideally I need to get to that one before it gets absorbed. But obviously the faster I get there, the more mass I eject and the more momentum I have, so the harder it is to stop, and then again the more mass I eject in doing that. So yeah, this is pretty much it really. I mean, these are the first few levels, so I'll just play through them a little bit so you just get the idea. As you can see then, my mass just ejected into another planet, so it's all sort of swings and roundabouts really. But yeah, it gets much quicker, more busy and a lot more difficult, but again it's still very relaxed, simple game to play, and you play it simply by clicking on your mouse. But obviously the bigger you get, the easier it gets. So that's pretty much all there is to it. I may do some levels from later on as I work through them. As I say, I've played through the iPad version and it's brilliant and I still play it all the time, but I thought I'd try the Mac version as well. It's also available on the PC via Steam. The Mac version is available in the App Store for $2.99. For some reason the PC version on Steam is available for $6.99. I'm not really sure why there's a massive difference, but the Steam version can be played on both Mac and PC, so that might be the reason. But there's also a free demo, the PC version as well. Sorry, of the version on Steam there's a free demo, so if you want to try it before you buy it, then you can do that as well. But if you just want a nice simple game to play when you've got some spare time or nothing better to do, then this is definitely one of them, and it will definitely chill you out. So if you've got a stressful job, then this could be the game for you. So that's it for now, and I'll catch you later guys. Bye.